On the red carpet here with Glen Keane on PearlSnapDiscount.com. Glen, you have such a storied history, and it literally just ended. I mean, you called it an end for Disney. Do you have a... I mean, you had such poignant words to end to that letter you wrote. Is there a fondest memory, if you will, of your time there? And maybe not just with the films, but just working with that great talent that you got to work with?
Well, actually, my last day there was probably the most emotional of my entire 38 years. I spent hours there and talking to every animator. We shared, why each one was special, what unique things I saw in each of them. I felt like, in a lot of ways, I mean, the baton that I had been given from Frank and Ollie was passing on to them. And I was stepping away, and it's completely in their hands. And I feel really confident. That whole experience on Tangled was just pouring as much as I could of those 9 old men into those guys and everything that I've learned. So I think that my last day was probably the most emotional, poignant one.
So cool. You gave me my first scare ever. Fox and the Hound, when that bear pops out, I still have chills. I mean, as a little kid, I was like, ah! What was it like? I mean, do you have kids come up to you and they're just so enamored when they figure out who you've created and what you've drawn?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a whole group of animators that are thrilled to know, oh, you're the guy that did that. Wow. It's like this mask is taken off because I just look like a normal guy without much hair. And then they find out, oh, but you're Ariel? Oh, you're the Beast? You're Aladdin, Tarzan? But one of the things I was saying on my last day at work is if you do your work really well, you become invisible. I mean, that's kind of the banner is the invisibility. Your characters live on and you just step back and you watch them have an impact on other people.
Was it cool to see the transition? Because you've got to see Disney transform from just the simple drawings back in the day to all the way to what you guys are doing now with Tangled and these elaborate types of animation.
It's still based on the same thing. I mean, a computer is just a very expensive pencil in a lot of ways. Though now the computer gives people who don't draw, like me, but they have this great artistic desire and to express themselves and ability to communicate. Like, I think one of our very top animators at Disney, before he got to Disney, was a plumber. I mean, and his work is sublime. I mean, moments that cause you to cry in Tangled is his work, and it's really wonderful that the computer has opened up the field of animation to so many other people that could never have done it otherwise.
Tomorrow you get to show Aladdin, and I know that's a big deal for us here in Dallas just because it's so nice to have you here. What was your fondest memory of working on Aladdin and creating that far-off land, creating the, Persia?
Well, for Aladdin, to me, it was the teamwork of working closely with Eric Goldberg, who was doing the genie, myself, Mark Henn doing Jasmine, that we worked really closely as a team. And I think my favorite day was when we had decided we were going to use Al Hirschfeld as an influence on our design. And we all went over each other's drawings, each other's characters, and suggested how we could bring more of that arabesque kind of curve of that whole Persian influence into the designs of each of the characters. And it was such a collaborative medium, and it was a great day. It was one of my favorite times I've ever been at Disney.
It's going to be great to see it tomorrow. And thank you so much for coming here, and congratulations.
Sure, appreciate your questions. You obviously know your stuff.
Well, I know who you are. I'm a fan. That was Glen Keane on PearlSnapDiscount.com.
Press Stratton Warthog closed down their shop.